Okay, so yesterday, or last night, I was dying with some kind of mild food poisoning / stomach bug. I think the best way to cure yourself is cold water. So I'm just going to get in. Good morning or day or afternoon or night or whatever time of day it is where you are. Today's vlog starts off and is coming to you from Bosnia, a place I never would have imagined I would ever step foot in. But here we are, in Bosnia. I'm currently standing on a wee wooden bridge over a river. So yesterday we were on an Uber, right, going into the town of Dubrovnik, where we're staying in Croatia, and the Uber driver told us one place we should definitely come to if we want to see something different is Bosnia, and in particular this waterfall here, which is called, I think, Kravice. That is definitely, most definitely the wrong pronunciation of this place. But anyway, it's a very clear river and a very big set of waterfalls. First of all, I spent the majority of last night on the bathroom floor in our apartment, in agony, throwing up, and worse. Because yesterday we were in Montenegro, as you might have saw from the vlog, and I ate something that I probably shouldn't have, and it made me very ill. So I didn't think we would be going anywhere today other than staying in our apartment. But I started to feel better about 11 or 12 this morning, and we thought, you know what, we've got the car for the day, let's just go adventure everything, right? So we are here now in Bosnia. It took 2 hours and a half to get to this spot from Dubrovnik, but the border situation is funny. I don't know if you've seen a map of Croatia in Bosnia, but there's a section of coast 12 kilometres long which belongs to Bosnia, and in the south the Croatian part is basically an island of Croatia. So we had to come from Dubrovnik, cross the border over into Bosnia, drive for 12 kilometres, then cross the border again, each time stamping our passports and getting our passports checked by the guards. So we crossed back over again into Croatia and then again into Bosnia. So we basically crossed the border 3 times to get to this spot, and thankfully I'm feeling a lot better now, but on the drive here I was feeling absolutely rubbish. But anyway, nonetheless, we're here. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's going to be worth coming here. I've already tested the water and it's freezing, but we're going to go and try and get in nonetheless. There's a lot of people here. It's a busy spot. The water is amazingly clear. Such an awesome place. Just never ever imagined, even until the last day, that we would ever be here, or that this place even existed. It just shows you, like, I think I'm someone who knows quite a lot about the world and travel and stuff, but I can also be pretty ignorant. And I think today is definitely proving that this is amazing. This is well worth coming. That's one way to do it. It is cold, wow. Okay, I'm going to try and find myself a nice wee quiet spot away from everybody to send the drone up and get some shots, but I have to cross over this wee bridge first. Some more abandoned buildings. Just hope nobody lives in here. And I'm off on a trail through the woods looking for a spot that I can oversee the waterfalls. Yeah, I think I've found my spot. A nice wee flat platform here and clearance of trees. We're ready to go. Well, that was a fun experience, but we're going to make our way back up the tracks to the top of the hill now and head out of Bosnia and back into Croatia, and then back into Bosnia again, and then back into Croatia again. So I can now add Bosnia to the list of places that I've been, that I've driven in. So yeah, it's been a pretty good trip so far, apart from last night, in the fetal position for most of the night. The water cures. I've made a miraculous recovery thanks to this waterfall swim. I think one thing I should admit, shamefully, is my ignorance. I've talked about this earlier in the vlog, but totally ignorant of Bosnia. If you would have said the word Bosnia to me earlier on today, before I'd even come here, the things that would have came to mind first of all would have been war, communism, all that kind of stuff. But that's just a really silly impression, which has no bearing on reality. I mean, yeah, when you're driving through Bosnia, one thing I did notice is the houses were a bit like, can I say communist? It did look a bit blocky. Anyway, it's been a pleasure to come here today, a privilege and an honour, and it's great to see a new country briefly. Traffic in Bosnia is very similar to the traffic in Scotland. So one of the strange things about this route, right, is we've just come over a huge mountain pass which is really high. A lot of the signs here have been graffitied over with the year 1950 on it. I don't know if that's something to do with the war or something to do with maybe Christian symbolism, because there's a lot of Christian, Catholic, saint type of things up here in these mountains. And I asked somebody at the waterfall what all the symbolism meant, and they said there's been a lot of apparitions here of the Virgin Mary and other saints as well. So it's a very Catholic area. But the dates that have been scribbled on all the signs here is interesting. I really don't know. Is it something to do with the war? Is it... Oh well, so we finally reached the bottom of that mountain pass, and we have ended up in a town still in Bosnia. We are now on the stretch of coast that is only 12 kilometres long, the only 12 kilometres of coastline that Bosnia owns, here in a town called Neum. Neum, N-E-U-M. That is it there behind me. The sun is just setting down there over the Adriatic Ocean. That is Neum. It has its own beach. And earlier on, as I said to you guys, we came from Croatia, came into this 12 kilometre stretch, and then went back into Croatia on the other side of here, and then back into Bosnia again to go to the falls. This way back, we came a different direction. It came through the mountains and ended up in Neum here. It's a pretty little town actually. Awesome sunset as well. But it is weird, how come Bosnia has only 12 kilometres of ocean? The rest of the coastline along here is all Croatia. Anyway, we're now getting the road back to Croatia, back to Dubrovnik, which is 75 kilometres from here. I guess it'll be about another hour or so, and then we will be back.